Hello YouTubers, welcome to my channel. I hope you are doing well today. As you can see, I am still in Europe. I'm going to be here for a little bit, and yeah, the consequences of being away from Otis are very, very real. He is really acting up. So some of you have sent me some ideas that I'm going to try to help him with my being away. Let's see if that does help, but I think I will never do this again, plan such a long time away from him, because he's so out of his element. He just doesn't know what to do, and he's acting up at home, and it's really bad. So thank you so much for all of your support, and we'll get through this. We'll get through it. So welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about some news that Neil Sean actually spoke about when it comes to Meghan and Harry. Very interesting information. You know, it's things that happened that we didn't know about at the time, but then slowly but surely, as time goes on, the information starts to come out, and you think, yeah, I knew it. I mean, it's unbelievable. It really is unbelievable, but that's what we're going to be talking about today. So let's get into it. So this is the story, and I think this is a big lesson for a lot of people that are in new relationships. You really have to pay attention, especially if you're a man that has a lot to offer. There's a lot of things happening out there in the world with some devious behavior, people looking to take advantage of you. I mean, it's rampant in the world. It's in all forms of life. You will find yourself wrapped up into some turmoil that will cause you a lot of pain and grief. And that's what I think is happening with Harry at this very moment, because it is only now that Harry is starting to see the effects of his choices. They're actually happening right now as we speak. You look at him wanting to go back to Europe to reconcile with his family. Did he not see that this could be the future for him, leaving, that one day he will want to reconcile? Did he think it was going to be a good idea just to throw your family under a bus? Like at what point do you think, what are the consequences of me doing this? And he's starting to see it now. But here's what is so interesting and so validating to what we have always known about this woman, Meghan. We have known this because we have these life experiences. We're like, that's the woman? Okay, we got to pay attention to this because something's getting ready to happen, okay? Okay, what you getting ready to do, Harry? What you getting ready to do? Oh, you getting ready to marry her? I can't believe it. And now we're at the point where he is feeling it. He is starting to think, what did I do? Prince William reportedly never trusted Meghan Markle, says this royal expert. Now, this story was out a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, we knew it. We knew it was like, yeah, okay, William, we know that you knew. We all knew. I'm glad it came out that we could hear his thoughts on it, or, you know, probably, maybe not. But yeah, William more than likely has thought this. You know, this is why we had the stories about William wanting to warn his brother about Meghan. But then a story comes out with Neil Sean where he's talking about, you're not going to believe this. Maybe you heard it. So the idea that William was the best man of Harry and Harry was the best man of William, like they're saying that wasn't true. They had that as the story to appease people, but it wasn't true. So the palace blatantly just said, no, we got to tell people that you're the best man of your brother and so on. Okay. So Meghan, knowing that, because she couldn't ask this question if William was going to be the best man of Harry. But knowing that William was not going to be the best man of Harry at their wedding, this woman actually wanted William to be the man to walk her down the aisle. Are you freaking serious, woman? Are you serious, Meghan Markle? Are you serious? You wanted William to walk you down the aisle? You wanted to feel that man on your arm, didn't you, walking down the aisle? Because you really wanted William as your husband. You didn't want Harry. You wanted William. Yeah, you wanted the heir. You didn't want the spare, you wanted the heir. Oh yes, we know, girl, we see it. Because you wanted to be wrapped up in all that power. And this is why Meghan never got along with Catherine. This is why she never wanted to get along with Catherine. Because let me ask you something. Who can't get along with Catherine? Show me the person that is going to not get along with Catherine. This woman is the most easiest going, doing what she needs to do. She shows a lot of humility. She just goes out and does the job. So the person that's not getting along with Catherine has a beef with Catherine. And who is that person, might you ask? Oh yeah, it is Meghan Markle. Because she wanted the power that Catherine has. She wanted to be in the spot of Catherine. She is jealous of Catherine in all shapes, forms, and ways. She's jealous of the woman. And so when you don't get along with the wife of William because you wanted William to be your husband. Yeah, you did. Now we can see clearly, Meghan Markle. Girl, you're something else, aren't you? You're something else. Okay. When Neil Sean said that, I was like, for real? And the Queen was like, no, that's not going to happen. And I'm sure William was like, yeah, it is not going to happen, my queen. It's not going to happen. I'm sure they were just knocking that down all day long. Like, what you thinking, Meghan Markle? What are you thinking? You are going to want William to walk you down the aisle? You see, it wasn't about just trying to get your own father there to walk you down the aisle, because you weren't really there to marry Harry. It was never about Harry. It was about the power that you were going to get from being in this very famous family. It didn't matter who you were going to marry, as long as you got your paws on a marriage certificate that had a connection to the royal family. That is what she wanted. So let me ask you this. Do you think this woman is happily ever after married to Harry now, knowing that he has already given her what she's wanted all along? Do you think really Harry is the man for her? Like, if you really are in love with your husband, why in the world would you ask for his brother to walk you down the aisle? That is the most absurd, sideways thinking that I've ever heard. I mean, that's just crooked, sideways, all the way down the aisle, as far as I'm concerned. How in the world are you going to ask for William to walk you down the aisle? I mean, go figure. William was like, And this is why William, he's just, look, the man... Thank goodness he was born first. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. And thank goodness Catherine married this man before Meghan even tried to have any possibility to marry this man. I mean, he wouldn't have probably married her anyway, because, he would not have married her. Harry, he married this woman, and he sees it's a mistake. I'm just going to say that. Okay, so here is the story. So this royal expert claims that William reportedly never trusted Meghan, allegedly. He was skeptical of her relationship with his brother, Prince Harry, from the very beginning, and his opinion never changed. William's concerns appeared to be validated when the couple separated themselves from the royal family. They stepped down from their duties and they moved to the United States in 2020. Royal expert Phil Dampier, who has reported on the royals for over 25 years, weighed in on William's initial reservations about Meghan joining the royal family. And per Dampier's interview with The Sun, he actually claims that the former Suits star saw her relationship with Harry as a way to elevate her public profile. Oh yes, it was an elevation. Dampier went on to say that he thinks, unfortunately, that confirms what I've been saying or thought for the last few years, that sadly, Meghan never really had any intention of staying in the royal family. Imagine paying for a woman to marry into the royal family. and you are welcoming her with open arms. She's going to now be part of our family. But she did it on a lie. And I think that's the bigger story, that Meghan came into royalty on a lie, that she never really intended to stay. She always wanted to use it as a stepping stone to her own personal career. And what do we see her doing now? Running her own personal career, doing the things that she always wanted to do, just now with the marriage that has elevated her status. The fact is she's doing exactly what people said she would do, because she's doing it now. I mean, I think South Park got it right when they talked about her, or no, it wasn't South Park, it was Family Guy, when they talked about her wanting to be an influencer.
Babe, time to do our daily $250,000 sponsored Instagram post for Del Taco.
You know, people saw it. She saw it as a stepping stone to getting married to Harry, the new fame and fortune, and I think that's what initially Prince William was concerned about, allegedly. Harry addressed his conflict with William about Meghan in his autobiography, Spare. We know the Duke was reportedly told by his older brother to slow down the speed of the relationship when he first revealed that they were dating. She's an American actress, after all. Harold, he reportedly said, per the book, anything might happen. And I think that came out of love when William said this to Harry. Because not only did William say this to Harry, but actually he showed by example, by how long it took him to actually marry Catherine. So I think that would have given Harry a little bit more insight that your brother really did have your best interest, because he did the same thing with his future wife at the time, how he slowed things down. I think they broke up a couple of times before they even got married. And, you know, and here's the other thing. If you're Meghan Markle and your husband is estranged from his brother, wouldn't you do everything in your power to ensure that your husband has a good relationship with his brother? Knowing how meaningful that relationship is, knowing how he's living in a foreign country and how he needs those rallying around him, support, helping him navigate his new life, living in a foreign country, especially living in a foreign country as a regular, everyday Joe Schmo, not even living as a prince. I mean, the man is just living like everybody else in America. Like, that's not good. Not when you've grown up as a prince. I mean, wouldn't you want your husband to feel well connected and assured and, you know, like, let's get you with the people that you feel you belong with. You know, Meghan doesn't have that concern. She doesn't even have that concern for herself. You know, and the one thing they always say is, look at how someone treats their own family to know how they'll treat your family. Harry, the signs were always there. He just did not know how to navigate it because he didn't have real world experiences around women. And he didn't want to listen to those that were wiser than him. Just like Meghan didn't want to listen to people that were wiser than her when it comes to business. This is why they've both failed. They failed at Meghan has failed at her business, and Harry has failed at his real life finding a good woman experience. The lesson of this is listen to those that know better than you. No matter how much it might hurt, no matter how much you may not want to listen to it, always listen to the people that know best and who you know will have your best interests. Even if you don't want to hear it, just stop and think, wait a minute, hold up, let me just listen. It might hurt, I may not want to hear it, but let me listen because it could do me some good. It could behoove me to take in this information, because it could prevent me from paying the consequences later. That's all I'm saying. All right? Folks, it is a doozy. And I tell you, no matter what, this is going to live in history pages for a long time. It's never happened before, but I must say, it's quite interesting and quite a lot to actually take in and learn from. I do say myself. All right. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Toodles.